don't think anybody cares about this extra money that they're going to be making. I don't think it's going to change the problem that the All-Star game has really provided over the last couple of years. I finally agree with Kevin Durant. I think it should be East versus West. It's always been there. It's been around since the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Why all of a sudden is the NBA changing it? Now, going back to what we were just talking about, the NBA likes to market jerseys. They like to market so many different things. If there are 4 different teams and 4 different jerseys and your favorite player is playing for that different colored jersey, what are you going to do? You're going to go out and buy the jersey, right? It's all about marketing. That's what the NBA is doing. It's all about money. Mucho dinero. And as far as Charles Barkley, Shaq, and Kenny Smith, they're obviously at the forefront with TNT. TNT has kept them on for at least another year, but I think their contracts are up at the end of the year. So I think they're going to be looking elsewhere for jobs. So the NBA wants to make sure that these guys stand very firm in front of the All-Star game. But again, Stephen A. Smith makes some good points. I think that the NBA right now has made a mockery of the All-Star game. The slam dunk contest has been absolutely putrid. I'm going to say this, and to be very, very nice. You have all these young superstars. All of them. And some of these guys are unbelievable dunkers, but they will not go into the slam dunk contest because they're afraid to getting embarrassed by the lesser guy. Okay? Zion Williamson is a great dunker. Ja Morant is sensational dunker. Why are they not in the slam dunk contest? And the reason why is they don't want to be embarrassed by their predecessor. I do believe that. Michael Jordan was never afraid of Gerald Wilkins. He was never afraid of him. Michael Jordan would go against anybody. For 3 years in the All-Star game slam dunk contest, he went against the best dunkers in the world. And it didn't matter who he was against. Gerald Wilkins wasn't afraid of Michael Jordan. That's what made those dunk contests so fun to watch. It's not like that anymore. It's a big problem. And again, going back to what the NBA is trying to do, it is going to bring in more money because they're going to be able to sell through those jersey sales and all the different things they're going to be doing in these games. The problem is, how does this help the game? How does this help make the players want to play in these All-Star games? $125,000 means nothing. $50,000 mean nothing to these players. That's pocket change. Kyrie Irving, I'm going to tell you guys a little funny story. Kyrie Irving, when he went on his on his way when he was playing for the Nets, he disappeared and he was hanging out on buses.
Oh yeah.
I want you guys to look back at this. He pulled out a wad of money, almost $65,000 that he carried around in his 2 pockets in his forefront. Do you really think that Kyrie Irving gives a crap if he's making $125,000 for a basketball game? Do you think he's going to go out there and play? He's not going to give a crap. They don't care. It doesn't matter on the change of the format. It's not going to make a difference.
I think it waters it down. I mean, I think if you look back at what they did to change the MLB All-Star game, where now, it used to be whoever wins that game got home field advantage for the World Series. And so I think, taking that away obviously was huge because you had guys not playing in it, whatever, this, that, and another thing. But I think it just waters it down because, the slam dunk contest has been garbage since Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. That was the last really, really good one, I personally. But when you look at it, like, what do they care for this extra money, and why do I even want to play? Like, I don't want to take a chance of getting hurt. It's going to be garbage anyways. And why not go back to what it was? And, Durant came out with his comments and he's like, I absolutely hate it. And, he said East versus West. I get change is sometimes necessary in the game, but it's been the same concept for, probably going back to 60s or 70s. They've added a couple things here and there, but the concept as a whole has been the same thing. So I don't know why, you want to change it to a completely different aspect. I get like the Pro Bowl, like I don't even mind the Pro Bowl now because it's actually entertaining to watch because the guys will actually do it because it's not the risk of getting blown up or hurting something, or obviously you're still playing, and now it's like you get
Yep.
Joe Blow to play in it. Baseball, you still get the guys to play, and the games are very tight. The All-Star games in baseball have been
Yes.
very, very good.
Probably them and hockey are the best.
I
Baseball.
love
Yeah.
I love hockey too, in the aspect of like the skills challenge, and I can't do that on my own 2 feet, let alone on skates, to see what those guys do and how hard they shoot the puck. So I think it's great, but I think this is an absolute travesty. If
Yeah,
I'm
and
being
no
as
question.
as a sports fan, I think it's an absolute travesty.